So let me tell you about when I realized that my upsets were about control. I was at a jacuzzi with my husband at the community pool, and there was this elderly woman who speaks no English, only Thai. So as she was leaving, I wanted to make a little connection and help her feel welcome. And so I said, Sawadika. And she looked at me and smiled. She looked like she was so disoriented because she's not used to people in public talking to her, I think. And she smiled this big smile and she said, Sawadika. And then my husband next to me looks at her and goes, Arigato. And I said, no. And he looked at me and he looked at her and he waved again. He said, Arigato. And I said again, no. And she just like left. And I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, isn't she Chinese? I said, no, she's Thai. Now, Dominicans think that, not all Dominicans, but where he's from, people think that everybody who's Asian is Chinese and that they don't care whether people would, you know, mistake them for Chinese if they weren't Chinese. And I said, no, she wasn't Chinese. And why are you even thanking her? And I said, I told you no. Why did you keep saying it? And he goes, I didn't think you knew what arigato meant. So anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, ruining my sweet little moment with this woman. And he was mad. He was like, how do you even know she was upset? You don't know. And I said, you're right. I don't know. But she was upset. She might not have been. I was upset. And then I was like, why am I upset? And I was thinking, oh, it's because I wanted to control him. I wanted him to stop when I said no. And that's what made me the maddest, that when I said no, he did not stop. And honestly, I thought about it and realized I don't really need to control people. He can say arigato and that's him. And I didn't need to be so upset. And if I didn't think that I needed to control him, I wouldn't have been upset. So control equals a lot of frustration because it's impossible to control people and it's actually not right to control people.